Day marker anniversary review, guys. Get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. You can call me Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Ange.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk. Thank you so much for making this a part of your day. You know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. But let's get right to it, Angela. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about Anniversary. So in this gripping thriller, a close-knit family is caught in the turmoil of a controversial rising movement known as the Change. Ellen and Paul witness their lives fall apart when Ellen's former student Liz reappears and starts dating their son Dylan. As Liz becomes a part of the Taylor family, tensions rise and loyalties are tested. So Ryan, kick us off. I know we really didn't know too much going into this, but we did pull up the cast and we were immediately drawn in. I know you loved Kyle Chandler. I like Diane Lane. Of course, I love my boy Dylan O'Brien. I even like the main girl from Bridgerton, Phoebe.
Yeah, she was great. I recognized her right away from the season.
So it was a really great cast to go into.
Yeah.
A lot of familiar faces. So what were your first thoughts after we finished this film?
I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. I'll say that. This movie is a psychological political thriller, and it's just insanely so fucking great. This movie is so fucking great on so many aspects, so many levels that I just enjoyed. These movies like this are the reason why I joined cinema, the reason why I wanted to talk about movies. And that's the key element here, is the fact that this movie impacted me in such a way to where, like, damn, this is crazy how real and convincing, even to modern history today, how this can be happening, how this can be very relatable.
It's really weird because, like, the end of the day, when you talk about this plot that happens, this new movement, the change that essentially takes over the country, and you look at it and you see what's happening and you're like, that's crazy. Why would anyone accept it? And you're like, well, is it really at the end of the day that crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, a lot of that mirrors what's happening in our political climate now, or has been happening.
Yeah.
And it's really, really interesting to see how politics can divide a family or people or friends and family and loved ones.
And it's very interesting how the Change forms a new republic under one party. That's very interesting.
I think it's crazy. Yeah. I don't think that was a crazy part. I think it was afterwards and all these things that were implemented.
That was
like the curfew and like the what do you call it? You had to do a consensus and you were being charged for like speaking out against the government. It was wild how crazy this spiraled. But I think what was also crazier was like how it affected this family, because you see at some point the main character, the mom, and she is like a fervent believer of like upholding the Bill of Rights, freedom of speech, it kind of makes it seem like because she wants to hold on to those ideals so much that it makes her look a little crazy.
Very crazy.
It's really interesting to see that kind of poise in this, and it makes you question like beliefs and like your morals and what you were raised in, your values, and how that affects your politics and values, how you associate with family and friends and loved ones who, it's really, really food for thought movie, and almost I really, really, really appreciated that.
Movies like this are just very, very influencing, and what I mean by influencing, I mean by that this movie is so relatable on so many upfronts. Whether you're on the right or the left, you're really going to relate to this movie when it comes to politics, because it talks about right and left. It talks about the middle ground, if you will, but not really. And we're not going to spoil it for any means, so we're not going to spoil it, mention anything other than that. One of the key things I did want to say, of course, was the fact that I did not know this. I thought it was an adaptation, but this is actually an original screenplay. And like, holy shit, original screenplay this fucking good is just insane to me, because 9 times out of 10, they're usually movies that are this great come out from an adaptation. A book, Oppenheimer came from a book, it's just stuff like that. Like, just movies come from books, or it's just there's no original. So for knowing that this is like an original, that's just insane to me, how great. And that's the thing too, is that moviegoers, they say there's nothing good original. Yeah, there is. Go see this movie.
And politics aside, the actual story of the plot, you could argue, is a revenge story.
Yes.
And I am very curious to see, especially that end cut scene, like where it ends and you see the character and what happened, you see what had transpired. it makes you question, like, what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Did that really happen? That kind of changes a bit of your perspective at the end.
Yeah.
And I really like that, because you thought about certain characters certain ways and you kind of see them change, but did they really?
Yeah.
So it's really, really interesting concept. I really liked it.
Yeah, the tone is very tense. It's very emotional, and it has thriller elements that just I cannot believe
it makes you question things.
Yeah,
it makes you.
So going in, we did not see a trailer for this. I didn't see a trailer for this. When it starts off as, oh, okay, even the poster, Great American Family poster. No, it's not that. It takes a 360 and it just fucking keeps coming at you.
Yeah, like politics aside, it just shows how much a family
Yeah.
dynamic can change in such a short amount of time. And it's wild.
And Diana Lane and kind of Kyle Chandler.
Kyle
man.
Chandler.
Oh, man, they're so great as parents. They really, really are. They're such a great to really just watch on camera and everything. I felt like they did a great job with their chemistry. That was the only thing I was kind of, because I never really seen them work together too much. But man, it was genuine. Man, it was believable, and I just enjoyed it.
The story about what happened with the families, because you'll see what happens. Everything unfolds.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So sad, so tragic, shocking, surprising. Like you have so many emotions going through you. Yep. And that's just testament to great writing. I will say
great writing, great acting, and from a low budget movie. That's the crazy part. It's just like this movie, Lionsgate film and everything. I just did not expect to be this great and to be this grand of a movie. And honestly, looking, for this year and everything, granted, we haven't seen all the movies out of the year, but this is definitely going to make my top 10 of the year. Definitely.
That's crazy.
Definitely going to make my top 10 as of right now.
And it's not like, yes, it has some like action parts, but it's really a lot of like food for thought.
Action drama. Yeah. I mean, it's action. I'm sorry, action dialogue.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
It's very like heated debate and, a lot of like subtle betrayals and subtext, and it's just a lot to unpack, and I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, so I really, really enjoyed this family dynamic here in the setup, and how it really flows very natural, and you get to see that a lot. You get to see everything unravel, and it's so sad. It's such a sad story that I really, really just
at the end
about this book of the change and this movement.
The climactic points were done beautifully. Like I said, it was a really good story from start to finish.
Yeah, and I really did enjoy how the story just gets better and better as you're just sucked into this world.
It's like
this government.
It's like how Shrek says, there's a lot of layers. And there's a lot of, there's a political layer. There's definitely like drama, psychological thriller, if you will. Yeah. It's really crazy how all that's packed into it. And it's not overwhelming. It makes a lot of sense, and it's very, very done very well. Not just the writing, but I think the actors really brought it to life.
Oh, 100%. I love Kyle Chandler. I love
Diane Lane.
Yeah, Diane Lane. Dylan O'Brien.
Phoebe, gotta shout out Phoebe. Yeah. She was wild. I loved her. And I know she's done other stuff for Bridgerton, but I love her in Bridgerton. But seeing the side of her in this other role, she got range.
Yeah, and bringing into going back to like the family dynamic here. It's a great American family, right? Great American dream to have an American family, the close family. Being sucked into the larger ideology of the change, being roped in it and seeing what it can really do onto this family. So it's very interesting on that part and everything. And it just it speaks to volume. It speaks volumes because 9 times out of 10, conversations like that do occur at Thanksgiving. Conversations like that do occur even now for family get-togethers for Halloween, and Halloween's about to happen. So it's just stuff like that. It definitely is bringing about, and it definitely is dividing, and it sucks because you happen to normal sized debates, right, and everything, and so you believe what you believe and I believe what I believe. So, but regardless, though, this movie is just so crazy, and it's so relatable because 9 out of 10 you've been in those political argument discussions, those political arguments with family members, with stuff like that. So it's gonna be very relatable. That's why I feel like this movie's gonna be so good, and so good to you guys. I recommend it to every single one of you guys. Anyone that's into politics, everyone by now is probably into politics, but whether you're not, I pretty much sure you are. I still do recommend it because it's still action dialogue. There's no action like blood scenes or anything like that too crazy, but there is definitely action dialogue here when it comes to debate and everything. And this movie's so amazing and so fantastic. and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I should. But yeah, Angela, waiting 1 out of 10 to be the highest. We can give this rating.
8.5.
Damn, 8.5.
8.5.
I'm gonna do a solid 9 out of 10, guys. 9 out of 10. I fucking enjoyed this movie way too much. Definitely gonna buy this movie. I just
wild.
I love
Crazy,
Kyle Chandler and
thrilling.
And the sadness that Kyle Chandler does on camera.
What a
it's
rush.
so believable.
Yeah,
it's
what
so
a rush.
believable. I tear up, and I was like, damn, dude, like he's a great actor. I cannot wait to see him in Green Lanterns. I can't wait to see him as Hal Jordan as that character. So definitely.
It was funny because I never watched him in Friday Night Lights.
I
know that's where he started.
That's where he started. Yeah.
He started.
Yeah.
I think I first saw him when the King Kong movie.
That's right. He was in that King Kong movie with Jack Black. He was the actor.
Yes, he was.
He was the actor, the handsome actor.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. All right, guys. Thank you. Yeah, rating 9. No, all right, questions for you guys.
We definitely recommend it.
Yeah, we definitely recommend it. Questions for you guys. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of this film and everything? Let us know what y'all think of Anniversary. Honestly, I think I could have seen this title be called The Change, I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it makes sense why it's called that. But yeah, I think The Change
definitely
also makes sense too.
But definitely a better title. I felt like Anniversary was like done really. I mean,
but it makes sense.
It's about
though.
their anniversary, but it's like foreshadowing it.
It's because like that's kind of almost where it starts and ends.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
it makes sense,
True,
like
true,
why.
true.
But
all right.
yeah, I could see a different like The Change. I could also see that too.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one. As always, I'm your host Ryan D. Call Ryan 680.
I'm Angela, that Cali Ange.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. See you at the movies. Latest.